One changed the future by sleeping 2 hours a night. The other microdosed on fruits in silence. One built rockets, the other reprogrammed reality. They both broke rules and then broke biology. They are icons of innovation, worshipped by entrepreneurs and feared by their rivals. Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. Not just inventors, but disruptors of human norms. But behind the fame and billion-dollar ideas was something stranger: obsession with control. Not just of machines, but of their own minds and bodies. They did not just build companies. They biohacked themselves into legends. While the world chased balance, they chased intensity. While we sleep to recover, they slept to win. Their habits were not healthy by modern standards. They were raw, risky, ruthless. Because when you are trying to bend reality, normal is a distraction. Their minds ran faster than most people could speak, and their bodies had to keep up or burn out trying. This is not a guide, it is a glimpse into the strange, powerful, and sometimes dangerous biohacks of two men who refuse to live like the rest of us. This is not your average productivity video. This is madness engineered. 1. Sleep like a cyborg. Elon Musk's polyphasic rest. While most people treat sleep as recovery, Elon treats it like wasted bandwidth. At the peak of his grind, he adopted a polyphasic sleep schedule, sleeping in short bursts of 2 to 4 hours total per day. His goal? Maximize waking hours, and strangely, it worked. Temporarily, he coded longer, thought deeper, and moved faster than most could keep up with. But polyphasic sleep is not sustainable for most. It rewires the brain and slowly drains the body. Yet Elon believed in pushing limits until they broke, then rebuilding smarter. To him, sleep was just another input to optimize, another variable to tame. And even now, he sleeps 6 hours a night, but never peacefully. Because peace was never part of the mission. He does not dream. He simulates. Each cycle is a reboot, not a rest. Sleep to Elon is software. You upgrade it. You strip it. You run it faster. 2. The fruit-only phase. Steve Jobs and the acidic cleans. Jobs once went full fruitarian. No grains, no meat, just fruit. Sometimes only apples and carrots for weeks. Inspired by Eastern philosophies and fasting monks, he believed this would purify his body, clear his mind, and keep him sharp. The result? Heightened focus, but at a cost. His odor became intense, legendary even. He believed it removed the need for deodorant. His team disagreed. But to Jobs, clarity mattered more than comfort. He did not eat to live. He ate to refine consciousness. His plate was a ritual. His fasts were spiritual. And he believed that real innovation begins with purification. This was not a diet, it was a filter for thought. He thought less about taste and more about signal clarity. Each bite was an algorithm for alignment. His stomach was the gateway to vision. 3. Isolation as a weapon. Musk's no-contact coding zones. Musk sometimes isolates himself completely. No meetings, no emails, no phone. Just walls, whiteboards, and brutal focus. During early Tesla and SpaceX days, he would work in near solitude for up to 120 hours a week. No distraction, no softness. To him, the human mind is a CPU, and noise is malware. So he engineered silence. He controlled input. He blocked dopamine triggers to boost his signal strength. That is not burnout. That is deliberate bandwidth control. And while the world treats solitude as loneliness, Musk used it as a weaponized echo chamber to amplify only what mattered: results. He coded like a monk in a steel monastery. He filtered reality through tunnel vision. Time disappeared. Only output remained. He was not building cars. He was debugging time itself. 4. Zen by design. Steve Jobs' Buddhist sensory detox. Jobs' obsession with minimalism was not aesthetic, it was neurological. Influenced by Zen Buddhism, he believed that visual clutter clutters the mind. So he engineered his environment like a monastery. Clean, bare, intentional. He wore the same outfit daily, not for fashion, but decision fatigue reduction. He walked barefoot. He stared into nothing. He practiced Zazen meditation like it was code, debugging thoughts one breath at a time. He was not trying to relax. He was trying to dissolve the ego until only vision remained. His silence was louder than most people's speeches. He removed what was not needed until only truth remained. Design was not decoration, it was neurological precision. To Steve, clutter was poison, and stillness was software. 5. Caffeine coding storms, Musk's stimulant cycles. Elon Musk did not casually sip coffee. He weaponized it. During Tesla crunch periods, he reportedly consumed up to 8 cans of Diet Coke and multiple espressos per day. It was not about energy, it was about rhythm. He learned to surf dopamine waves, timing his spikes with deadlines. His caffeine use was part of a larger biorhythm hack: peak alertness followed by power naps. Stimulants in, silence after. It was not healthy, but it was effective. He did not aim for balance. He aimed for maximum voltage before the circuit fried. He called it temporary burnout. We would call it madness. But the results? Rockets that land themselves. 6. Walking meetings. Jobs' flow state hack. Jobs hated boardrooms. He hated chairs even more. Most of his deep conversations about Apple's future, about life, about design, were held while walking. Why? Because movement stimulates thinking. Studies now show walking boosts creativity and working memory. But Jobs knew it intuitively. His feet moved while his ideas flew. He called walking the ultimate thinking tool. And when the body moved in rhythm, the mind could finally outrun its limits. He was not pacing. He was architecting. The sidewalk became his strategy map. His breath set the tempo of invention. Ideas needed oxygen. He gave them movement. 7. Pain tolerance and purpose. Musk's embrace of stress. While most people run from stress, Musk runs toward it. He often places himself in impossible situations, multiple near bankruptcies, failed rocket launches, media firestorms, and stays calm. Why? Because he trained for it. He believes stress is data. Pain is information. By confronting pressure, he builds a biological armor, neurons that do not flinch. It is not masochism. It is mastery. Because if you can remain clear under fire, you are no longer a man. You are a system. He builds calm like muscle. His nervous system is forged in chaos. He does not flinch. He optimizes. 8. Nutrient simplicity. Jobs' monotrophic dieting. Jobs often ate one food at a time for long stretches: apples, carrots, nuts. This monotrophic approach simplified digestion, giving the body fewer tasks. Some say it helped his focus. Others say it fed his ego. But beneath the surface was something deeper. He believed the body, when undistracted, heals faster and thinks sharper. He stripped nutrition down to its essence. One input, one result. It was biohacking through subtraction. And for a man obsessed with simplicity, it made sense. Why multitask your stomach when you want your brain to fly? Fewer enzymes, more clarity. He was not just eating. He was recoding himself. Food was not fuel, it was firmware. 9. Reality distortion field. Mental override as biology hack. Jobs' famous reality distortion field was not just charisma, it was mental override. He believed thoughts could shape matter. He denied timelines, ignored data, and willed things into existence. And sometimes it worked. He trained his mind to resist consensus reality, to hold belief so strongly that others bend to it. This was not delusion. This was neural dominance. Biohacking not through tools, but conviction so strong it rewired reality. The body followed where belief dared to go. He changed what was possible through sheer force of insistence. He demanded the impossible until it complied. Biology obeyed his vision, or it got replaced. 10. Total immersion. Musk's time dilation work method. Musk does not multitask. He time warps. When building the Falcon 1 rocket, he would live in the factory, sleeping under desks, showering at work. He believes full immersion compresses learning and accelerates evolution. This is not work-life balance. This is identity fusion. By becoming the project, he erases distraction. Time slows. Complexity simplifies. It is not sustainable, but it is powerful. Because when the boundary between man and mission disappears, what remains is no longer Elon Musk. It is the force of intent. A man who becomes the system he builds. You cannot outwork that. You can only watch it fly. They broke themselves to build the future. They blurred the line between biology and obsession. Their habits were strange, extreme, sometimes dangerous, but undeniably effective. They were not trying to be healthy. They were trying to become immortal through impact. And in that madness, they found magic. This is not pampering. This is performance. Let's biohack your grind.